Episode 5 of the Amazing Digital Circus dropped some serious bombshells, and none bigger than the revelation about Ribbit, the mysterious character who's been haunting Jax's past. Today, we're diving deep into everything we know about this enigmatic frog and what his story might mean for the series moving forward. Before we get started, let's address the elephant in the room, Ribbit's gender. The community is split on this, and honestly, without official confirmation, we're all just speculating. The concept art leans ambiguous, so for clarity's sake, I'll be using male pronouns throughout this analysis. Let's start with the confirmed facts. Ribbit was indeed a frog-themed character who preceded Kaufmo's abstraction. The official confirmation places him as the abstracted entity we glimpsed before Kaufmo's transformation, making his story particularly tragic. What's most striking is Jax's reaction to even hearing Ribbit's name. We've seen Jax as this unflappable, sarcastic character who seems immune to genuine emotion. But mention Ribbit? That facade crumbles instantly. This suggests a bond that went far deeper than casual friendship. Here's where things get interesting. Originally, Pomni was designed as a frog character, just like Ribbit. This isn't coincidence, it's deliberate narrative architecture. Think about Jax's complete personality shift around Pomni. For 3 episodes, he was cold, dismissive, even cruel to her. Then suddenly, he's this supportive, genuinely likable guy who seems to actually care about her well-being. The timing of this shift, combined with Pomni's original frog design, strongly suggests Jax sees something of his lost friend in her. This connection might explain why Jax has chosen Pomni as his new companion. In her, he's found echoes of the friendship he lost with Ribbit. Theories on Ribbit's downfall. Theory 1. The Gangle Factor. Episode 4 showed us that Gangle, despite her fragile appearance, can be absolutely ruthless when pushed. What if Ribbit was the first victim of one of Gangle's emotional breakdowns? Consider this. Jax's treatment of Gangle might not be random cruelty. What if he sees in her constant despair a reflection of Ribbit's final days? His behavior toward her could be a twisted form of prevention, keeping her engaged, even negatively, to prevent the isolation that might lead to abstraction. Theory 2. The Friendship Paradox. The more compelling theory involves Jax himself. What if their friendship, built on shared mischief and rebellion, ultimately became toxic? Both characters likely had that spark of defiance we see in Pomni's evil version. But where Pomni channels it constructively, maybe Ribbit and Jax's dynamic became destructive. Perhaps their pranks went too far, their jokes became too cutting, and the social fallout pushed Ribbit into depression. This would explain Jax's current isolation and his refusal to let anyone get close. If he believes his friendship contributed to Ribbit's abstraction, the guilt would be crushing. The mannequin theory. Now for the big question. Could Ribbit return? The timing of Goose's concept art release is suspicious. This isn't just character design. It's a full emotional range sheet. You don't create that level of detail for a character who's permanently gone. Kane's omnipotence within the digital circus means resurrection isn't impossible. We've seen him manipulate consciousness, heal physical damage, and even alter personalities. If anyone could reverse an abstraction, it's him. The mannequin we've been seeing could be Ribbit's consciousness stored in a new form. Episode 6, being Jax-focused, makes this timing perfect for a reveal. Here's the catch. The digital circus seems to maintain a specific population. Pomni arrived after Kaufmo's abstraction, suggesting a replacement system. If Ribbit returns, someone else might have to leave. Looking at the cast. Pomni, protagonist immunity. Jax, needed for Ribbit's return narrative. Zubul, confirmed for all 9 episodes. That leaves Ragatha, Kinger, and Gangle in potential danger. Ragatha's arc has been building toward a breaking point. Her desperate need for approval, her controlling behavior, and her recent emotional breakdown all point towards someone on the edge. Episode 5's ending, where she realizes she can't control Pomni's friendship with Jax, might be her tipping point. The revelation that despite trying to be everyone's perfect friend, she's actually pushing people away, could be devastating enough to trigger abstraction. Ribbit's story isn't just about one character. It's about the nature of friendship, guilt, and redemption in the digital circus. Jax's entire character arc seems built around the trauma of losing his best friend, and potentially his role in that loss. If Ribbit does return, it won't just be a reunion. It'll be a reckoning with the past and a chance for both characters to confront what went wrong. Episode 6 promises to be pivotal. With Jax in focus and all these narrative threads converging, we're likely to get answers about Ribbit's fate and his potential return. Whether he appears as the mannequin, returns to his original form, or remains a haunting memory, Ribbit's impact on the story is undeniable. He represents the deeper emotional stakes of the digital circus, the bonds we form, the mistakes we make, and the possibility of redemption. The question isn't whether Ribbit will return, but what that return will cost, and what it will reveal about the characters we think we know. Ribbit may have been absent from most of the series, but his presence looms large over every character interaction. As we head into what promises to be the most revealing episode yet, one thing is certain: the ghost of this friendship will finally be laid to rest, one way or another. His story is more than a subplot. It's the emotional cornerstone of Jax's character and possibly the series as a whole. Whether Ribbit returns physically or continues to exist as a memory, his influence has already shaped the way we understand the dynamics between the characters, particularly the guarded, often misunderstood layers of Jax. And maybe that's the most haunting part. Not the abstraction, not the digital limbo, but the unresolved grief that lingers like code beneath the surface. Ribbit isn't just a character we want to see again. He's the emotional test the show has been building toward from the very beginning. So, is Ribbit coming back? Will Jax finally face the truth he's been avoiding? Or will this be another cruel lesson from the digital circus about the price of holding on? Let me know your theories in the comments. Who do you think is in the most danger? Do you believe Jax deserves redemption or reckoning? And most importantly, if Ribbit does return, what kind of reunion are we really in for? I'll be reading them all. Until next time, piece by piece.